The Indiana State Sycamores women's soccer team has been picked second in the Missouri Valley Conference preseason poll for this year. And for our first women's soccer one-on-one interview this year, we're proud to be joined by the head coach of the Sycamores, Erika. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us. I know you guys are actually prepping to head to a game that's going to take place here in a couple hours, so we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule for your big match with Indiana. Wanted just to sort of get your thoughts on your team this year heading into the season. Obviously, you guys were picked second in the preseason poll, coming off what was record-breaking year for you guys, getting more wins, most wins in your program, the short 13-year history of your program. But talk about, I guess, the preseason poll, where you're picked now. So we know polls don't mean a whole lot, but sort of your outlook for 2014.
Yeah, I think my whole staff and I both had the same reaction when we saw that we were picked second this year in the preseason polls. Super excited because people are starting to recognize Indiana State and the soccer that we play. But at the same time, people are starting to recognize us, and because of that puts a little bit bigger target on our back. And instead of chasing the one with the target on their back, we're in a little different boat this year. But I think that says a whole lot for our team and our program and the direction that we're moving. And, with this coming season, I think that we bring back quite a few returners that were part of that success last year. We're including a few freshmen that are going to hopefully kind of integrate themselves into what we're doing. And, I think it's going to be an exciting year. I think our schedule is going to be helpful for us. Our non-season schedule is going to be a little bit helpful for us so that we can prep for when we get into the Valley play and against some very tough opponents within the Valley this year.
Yeah, you guys have obviously had some experience in the regular season, but also reaching the championship game of the postseason tournament, the conference tournament. One of those individuals that sort of has some of that experience for you, Kate Johnson, obviously one of your more dynamic scorers, 8 goals, 5 assists last year. And then you also are returning Sydney Lovelace coming back. I guess was an ACL injury?
Yes, it was. We lost her kind of mid-season before we even got into conference play. We lost her to an ACL.
So with those two back for you, what's sort of your expectation for those two for you going forward, and what you expect they'll bring to the team this year?
Both those two going into their junior year, they're now bringing some much-needed experience, especially in our attacking third of the field. And Sydney Lovelace has come back a little bit bigger, faster, stronger from this ACL injury, and for her, it's just a matter of kind of feeling things out right now, getting back on the field, working in combination with Kate Johnson up top to become again a dangerous factor as she was during her her freshman campaign that she did so well in. So. I think she's going to get there. I think we're going to take a little bit of time in getting her there, but I think you'll see her name a lot this season. Kate Johnson came off a heck of a sophomore campaign, and we have higher expectations for her this year because of how she produced last year, and I think that she has higher expectations of those that are playing around her as well. So. It should be exciting. We're hoping she continues to score goals, obviously, for us this year. But she's got some great players around her that she can actually assist and help others create opportunities for us in the attacking third as well.
Illinois State's been picked at the top the last few years, and obviously they're the ones everyone is gunning for, aiming for them, and they've obviously been really successful, not only in the regular season, postseason as well, and actually advance in the second round of the tournament. How do you plan to attack to reaching that level and getting there? So you guys were neck and neck with them going into the season, and you got there in the championship game. Obviously, came up short, but what do you think is the next step for your program and overcoming the Redbirds?
Yeah, it's I think it's a question that's asked daily around our offices. Drew's done a really great job with that program, and he is recruiting fantastic student athletes to be there. Rachel Tejada, having been Player of the Year for 3 years running, is always dangerous, and add somebody like Hannah Liner into that mix, and they're super, super dangerous. So, for us, I think we have to figure out how to defend them and keep them off the scoreboard. If you keep them off the scoreboard, obviously it gives us a chance to try to do what we do in the attacking third, which is typically pretty dangerous. So, but we haven't found that way to stop them yet. But obviously we will continue to try to figure out that puzzle, and hopefully we have some success versus them this year. But as much as we look at Illinois State, and even though we're sitting second this season, there's a lot of other talent around the Valley that we're going to have to worry about along with Illinois State this year. So, I think we're going to end up taking it game by game, and when we see the Redbirds, we're going to make sure we're as prepped and prepared as we possibly can be.
Sure, and a number of other coaches have mentioned the same thing, that game by game, and obviously no one is a sure thing in the league when it comes to league play. So, well, Coach, good luck in non-conference play, and you guys obviously getting ready to start up here as we record in a couple hours, up going against Indiana. So, I want to wish you guys the best of luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you real soon.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.